Well, hi everyone, Wellstarbursts here. Today, I'd like to show you guys how I go about making some of the unique effects that I use in my tutorial videos. Every time that I give a build a colored backdrop or highlight a certain aspect of a build, such as the examples shown here, I'm using what's called a green screen. Many of you may already know the purpose and mechanics of a green screen, but for those of you who don't, here's a quick lesson. In most advanced video and photo editing software, there is a feature to do what is called color keying. This means that we can automatically select and delete out colors from our video or photograph. This is why you'll often see actors in movies with lots of CGI on a set that has an obnoxiously bright green in many areas. It's because in post-production, the editors can get rid of the green and replace it with something else. In fact, the term green screen is kind of inaccurate because the color that you use can be anything. I tend to stick with any color that isn't present in the build. If there's lots of green in the build, I tend to use a red or a blue screen instead of a green one. But how do we actually go about getting a green screen in Minecraft? Simply retexture one of the blocks to be the most obnoxious color of green that you possibly can. I prefer to use blocks that emit light in order to evade the ambient occlusion which darkens corners. The darker corners give a broader range of colors that then need to be erased, and raises the chance that I will begin to also delete the contents of the build. When we have a light emitting block, we only have a few different colors that need to be erased, which are all present on each of the walls in the set. My personal favorite block to use for green screens is glowstone, especially with the new connected textures that were recently introduced to Minecraft. This means that I can simply go into various folders of the texture pack and change an uncommonly used data value of glowstone for my green screen, so that there is rarely a conflict between the content of a build and the block that I'm using for my green screen. It used to be that if a build had glowstone, I would have to go and choose a different block to key out, but that's no longer the case, thankfully. Oh, and in cases where I highlight certain aspects of the build, I just temporarily replace what I need to highlight with my green block, change the green block's color in post-production, and then overlay it on the original copy while I lower the opacity. That gives a nice red highlighty effect that I like a lot. So yeah, I basically just end up running around in large glowstone boxes all day making videos. Fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.